Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the Hot Topics Podcast, your podcast for discussion and interviews on trending topics, important topics, and those topics some are too afraid to talk about. As always, nothing is off the table. I'm here with my two co hosts. Don't be shy.
Felonious better.
Felonious Feder, okay.
Lamb chop.
Lamb Chop, and I'm Psycho 4081. Don't ask about where we get these names because Lamb Chop came up with them.
Here we go.
So, you guys know what topic we're talking about today?
We are talking about privileges.
Privileges, that's right. Boyfriend, girlfriend privileges versus husband and wife privileges. So, that came about because we had a conversation, or I had a conversation with somebody that either I saw on social media or whatever they were saying that that only gets those are husband privileges, or those are whatever. So what are husband privileges versus boyfriend privileges and wife girlfriend privileges? So we're gonna talk about that and look at the differences between that and anything in between. So you guys who follow us on Facebook, or what's the other thing with the square?
The other thing with the square, Instagram?
Instagram, yes. Instagram. Hot Topics
Oh my God.
Podcast.
Oh my God.
You'll see some of we call it the questions of the day, and we get a lot of responses from that. So have either one of you ever responded with any of those? No. Y'all need to stay plugged in.
Absolutely. I'm guilty of that. I have to say I'm guilty of that. And if it's not cats doing funny things or people doing stupid things, I usually don't.
I love those.
Pay
That's a rabbit hole.
It really
to pets.
It really is.
So we're gonna start this a little bit different. Since this is our first full show, we want to introduce the two co-hosts and myself. We're gonna tell them just a little bit about yourself. You don't have to, just whatever you feel comfortable with. And we'll start with the lady from the left. And let me tell you guys out there, since you can't see us, they're both under 5 foot.
Yeah, right. Are you giants?
They're 4'12".
412. Really?
All right, you go. Number 3.
My name is Felonious Feather, like he told you, and I am almost 6 feet. Almost.
Yeah, we were rounding up 2 feet.
That's not right. That is not right.
Well, I'm originally from Nigeria, and I've been in the States for like 8 years, 9 years now.
8 years, okay.
And I'm glad to be here with my two lovely personalities. Psycho as usual. Always been psycho. And the beautiful Lady Lamb Chops. It's nice to be here. Thank you.
That is so sweet.
Okay. Lamb Chop.
So I am Lamb Chop, a name that was given to me by Psycho. I did not choose this name. I'm just going to let everybody know I'm putting it out
Yeah,
there.
we never choose our names.
Yeah, that is so
He
true.
does the choosing.
That is so true.
So you want to tell them how you actually got that name?
No, I don't.
Do you remember?
I really
You
do
do?
remember. And no, I don't. No, I do not. I have known Psycho for, oh my gosh, 25?
Oh my God, that's long.
25, maybe not
Wait,
25.
let's see. We
Maybe
met
not that
in
much, but it's been
2005. 19 years.
Wow, that's a
wow.
long time.
That is
Yeah,
a long
20
time, and he has not changed his attitude.
No, still the same.
Listen,
Still
when
the
I
same.
when I
Still the
first met
same.
her,
Friend.
when I first met her, it was by accident. And
It
I
was.
thought she was a kid.
Yeah, he came to my house and was like, "Is the lady of the house at home?" I'm like, "I am the lady of the
He was
house."
talking to you?
Yes. It's like, "I am the lady of the house. How can I help you?" So yeah, that was wonderful. And then
Did you mean that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
No,
Yeah.
yeah.
That used to happen. It doesn't happen as much since my hair is gray now. It doesn't happen as much, but it used to happen all the time.
So are you saying this is my future?
Yes. Yes. And you're going to be beautiful forever. Yes. Oh, so yeah, I've known Psycho for quite some time. Let's see what else I want you guys to know. I had
So-
been married for quite some time.
So that's funny because I met both of you when you came to the country.
Okay, here we
Would
go.
you-
Here we go with my immigrant status.
but yeah, I met you. You had just gotten here, right, from
Yeah.
Nigeria, and you got here from Southeast Asia.
I just can't even with him. I just y'all
She was on this box truck, right?
family,
And we had to
Behind.
open up the back. There was a whole bunch of them.
Family.
And she had just came from, you know, being trafficked.
Okay, first of all, traffic isn't funny. Secondly, depending on which day you talk to him, I am either African American, Asian, or Mexican. Or maybe Latina. I'll say Latina.
Yeah.
So it depends on what day of the week you talk to him.
Yeah.
Or
If he has taken his meds.
yeah, yeah, there you go. There you go.
All right, back to you.
So yeah, I've been married for quite some time. I stopped counting after I hit 30 years, and yeah,
30 years in marriage.
30 years
Oh,
of marriage.
wow.
So yeah, well, longer than that because I got married when I was 25 and I'm 60. I turned 60 in
You're what? You're 60 now?
60.
You are?
I am.
My future is bright.
Yes, very bright, very bright.
No, you're gonna take after me.
Oh no! Oh, that poor. No, she not. Don't even put that out in the atmosphere. So, that's enough. You know,
Enough.
I'm a crafty girl. I like crafty things. I like doing stuff. And yeah, that's it.
So we have somebody who has a lot of experience when it comes to relationships, or marriages, I would say. And I'm sure everybody's been through the ups and downs.
Absolutely.
And some of us have dated a long time. Some of us haven't. So, what you're going to hear 3 different opinions. From different backgrounds. Of course, I'm from the USA.
Of course. What do you mean? Of
Yeah,
course.
really?
Of course.
I'm
Really?
telling you,
What do you mean, of course?
I'm from
Of
the
course.
USA. You're from
What's of course?
Benin or Togo, wherever it was, and you're from wherever they brought you. so, Psycho 4081. I'm here. That's me.
Of course.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The special one.
Yes, yes. Please share some things about yourself, Psycho.
I'm an adult,
Of course.
and
we are what, munchkins? Like what are you
um,
saying?
well,
We're adults
people
too.
if people would actually observe us from afar, they probably would.
Things
know,
we are.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So like I'm Gulliver.
The traveler.
This is how you keep people on your podcast talk about them. Like,
Now
I'm not coming back.
Now let's say I'm not what do you call that? I'm not discriminating against people with height deficiencies or anything. So we love you all. Even now I gotta call y'all little people now. That's the term.
Oh,
Little people.
They'll
Okay.
think we're really, really small.
You
That's
are.
what they
Don't try to act like you are. But I did buy. I got you something, and I forgot to bring it over. But I got you both since today is
High
Valentine's
heels.
Day.
High heels.
High heels?
Uh-huh.
No,
Oh,
I got
please
you
don't
some.
encourage him.
I got you some chocolate
Oh, you
for
did.
Valentine's Day.
Aw.
It's over there. I got it from this new
It's coming.
high end, chocolate place.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cold Walmart.
No, I don't believe him.
It's
Cold Walmart.
Walmart. For you common folks, is Walmart.
Oh no,
It's
maybe he went to to Target for us.
Walmart. So it's good. So, all right, let's get back to the topic. We're going to talk about privileges, boyfriend, girlfriend privileges. And we're going to start off with what is the difference between being exclusive. This is something I learned off of, this is funny. It's something I learned off the internet or people talking about, the different types of relationships. What's the difference between being exclusive, committed, dating, courting, and we already know what marriage is. Obviously, that's,
I just felt like it was all semantics. Like none of it made sense to me. But go ahead and explain
Okay.
it, because I was confused.
It's
So-
like
Now, you could, give us your opinion on this. The
it's just like these days they just like to
categorize.
yeah.
Okay,
It's,
yeah,
it's the
okay,
same thing. It's all
okay.
basically the same thing, but people just like to
All
just
right,
say,
I feel
"Oh,
better
I'm
now.
exclusive," because exclusive dating means don't committed is the same thing as being exclusive. It means Yeah, we're together. We're not seeing. Even if you're dating somebody, you should not even see other people in the first place. So,
Well, so here's the thing. So what they said was when you're exclusive, that means you're not seeing anybody else.
how about
Okay.
committed?
When you're committed, that means you're committed to that person and you're not seeing anybody else. But when you're
That
exclusive,
doesn't make sense
well, so
though.
exclusive that means like say you could be friends, right? And but you can have intimate relations with only one person, and go about your business and date people, whatever. But you're exclusive to that person
Exclusive means sexually.
sexually.
To
Yeah,
that one person,
to that
but
one
you
person.
can date other people and
Yes.
see other people, but you can't have sex with other
Correct.
people.
And then
That's
committed-
marriage.
Exactly.
Okay, keep
Well.
going. Keep going.
So you do have that the exclusive tag. Some, you can put it in football terms, the exclusive tag. Committed again when you're you're date. Well, I guess that's dating, but you're committed to that one person. That's when you say I'm committed. I'm not saying
So you're saying exclusive? That's committed is deeper than
it's,
being exclusive.
it's like
Okay.
one step up.
Okay.
Okay, and then you go into the dating thing. Now, so the dating is when this. And now this is not my opinion.
But
this
if,
is
if it's going from up down, it means exclusive is like
At the
highest.
top.
Yeah.
no exclusive is at the bottom.
Is at the bottom?
Yeah, because it's basically a an intimate relationship, nothing more.
Well,
Almost
intimacy
like
is
a friends with benefits, I guess, where
Well, you said just with one person.
just with one person.
That's not friends with benefit. If you're sleeping with just one person.
Yeah,
So,
Wouldn't
but
say-
that one person is your friend with the benefit, but you can date and go to the movies or
you can do whatever
Yeah,
you
but
want.
the
you
mall.
would not have
whatever.
to-
I
Yeah,
don't understand.
because some people like they don't want to all the BS with relationships. They just want to say, hey, I got this one person that I enjoy that particular thing, and it's safer. That
And
way.
I'm exclusive to that one person.
Yes, and then that person's exclusive to you. That way, you kind of it makes it safe and comfortable, I guess. I've never been in that type of situation, but this is what was explained to me
Okay.
or what I observed in conversation. So, but dating though, and this comes from the women. Dating is like when you're just going out, getting to know each other, right? But you don't have no type of commitment to them. You don't have no type of exclusivity to them. You just date.
Y'all just dating.
That means you
Okay.
could date anybody.
Okay.
So there's no expectation that, if I go out and I say, well, I dated her, and I go see you at the restaurant and you with somebody else, we just dating. We're not.
Okay.
We're not.
So I don't have anything to be upset about.
Correct.
We're just dating.
And that's where I think a lot of problems come in. And people don't understand those different
What position
dynamics.
they're playing.
Yes. Yes.
But nobody really goes into the relationship and be like,
Yeah.
hey, we're dating. Hey,
Well-
we're exclusive. Hey, we're
Well, I think some
committed.
people will talk about that.
yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Um,
Like we just go with the flow, mostly.
So maybe that's where the problem
And that's
is.
where the problem. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Not talking about it. That's where the problem is.
So now this is the old school term, courting. That was back in your day, right? So
How about your day?
I don't see this ending well.
but I say courting is basically, and I always think about the old, like the 1800s,
Right.
whatever.
With, the mother is in the next room and
Yes.
it's two people sitting on the sofa
Yes.
and no touching.
they don't.
no-
They don't really do that anymore.
You're basically finding out if that person is worthy for marriage. So once you figure out that person is worthy for marriage, the courting stage is over. You get married.
Okay, so there's no
The whole-
steps in between courting
Right.
and marriage.
So the whole intent for courting is to
Is
get
marriage.
married. Whereas dating, you just could be having a good time, or what was the other one? Being committed or exclusive and all that. Just having a good time and enjoying people's company. But when you get to the courting stage, courting is specifically to get
For
married.
marriage.
Yes. Okay. And then of course there's the final sentence is marriage.
You said the
Right.
final sentence.
Final term, bid, whatever. What do you call it?
No, you did not say bid.
No,
And
don't
it's
let me
bit.
Don't let me bit. Is bit?
Bit.
Why
You're
don't I say
going
bit?
Don't ask me. I don't know. I have never been in prison. But that's
Okay, so now we talked about the differences and stuff like that. So what would you say are boyfriend, girlfriend privileges? What would you, now thinking back when you was you was just boyfriend and girlfriend, however they called it back then, when you was dating or you was exclusive or whatever. What are the privileges that is due for a boyfriend or girlfriend?
So, like from how I was raised from in Africa.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's different because when from like dating boyfriend and girlfriend, it's like getting to know the person. You
Mhm.
know, you just basically, I'm in my parents' house, you're in your parents' house, we're seeing each other. Sometimes our parents don't even know we have a boyfriend and stuff,
Right,
you
right.
know. So we just see each other and stuff, and that's it. Sometimes you should not have sex with, but sometimes, of course. Well, you try to test the engine before you buy it, so
So,
before you buy the car.
so, so, but that said, when you had a boyfriend back in, well,
While I was
wherever,
growing up, yeah.
so there was no expectation that you're going to get married, though, right?
No,
No.
It was just a dating, and
Yeah.
so,
Right.
so then
just
you
having
would say,
fun, enjoying the
so
time.
the privileges would be to have fun
Yeah,
and maybe sex.
yeah, maybe.
Sex. Well, this day and age is, they start early,
Well,
and it
Yeah.
dishes out,
Earlier.
my early was like I started dating like official like when I was like 18, 19. That's
Oh,
my
okay.
early.
That was-
So
okay.
yeah.
So now, what would you say?
Okay, so when the dinosaurs roamed the earth, when I was around, but you were right, that's dating. You had a friend, but you only saw that friend. And then when you wanted to see somebody else, you broke up with that person.
Exactly.
Usually,
Yeah.
but occasionally it was like that one going out and this one coming in. But yeah, that's kind of how that works.
So
No
what privileges do they
expectations.
get? Being your
Seeing
boyfriend.
Seeing me, just seeing me
Seeing
hanging
you.
out.
Well,
Just
it
hanging
sounds
out.
like that's what it is now. Like, that sounds like what it is now. Like, I'm here. I'm fabulous. You get to date me.
Exactly.
So, I
And
don't know.
We
What
hang
about
out,
what about
see
what about
movies.
intimacy?
Well, these days, well, like I said, well, some people, like I
Yeah.
said, you just know some people don't do it. Like you just want to know each other, get to know each other, blah blah
Mhm.
blah. But sometimes you date people to get married to them too, as well. So
Okay.
it depends on what age you are at. You get what I'm saying? Like if
Okay.
you start dating early, you know that at 18, I'm not ready to get married.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? Like,
Okay.
but then towards when I start getting older, when I like in my 20s, like late 20s,
Then you're
then I'm like,
moving toward
okay, yes. So now I
You're a
know
little more
what I'm
serious about
exactly
your
I'm more-
choices.
Exactly. So
So okay, that's what some of the people said on social media. Should we tell them? Should we say the name?
No.
yeah, you can just say the first name.
First name?
Okay.
Okay. So Benita says, privileges, no sex. That's reserved for husband and wife only.
Okay.
That is sex is a husband and wife only privilege.
Okay.
Okay. Cheryl says if there is no commitment to marrying, you don't give boyfriend much of anything. So
So how do you get to marriage if
if you don't give,
listen, I have an aunt who's I think she's 75 or 76 or something like that, and when she was dating, you did not have sex.
right,
Well, good girls
Right.
did not have sex, but she said she got married to the only person she's ever had sex with. And she would never recommend that to any woman ever.
That's what I keep saying. Like you have to test. Okay, before it was okay, but now because marriage these days, sex is involved. You know what I'm saying? So you have to test run the car
Right.
before you buy it. It's gonna be you don't want to be in that relationship before and then start cheating. You know what I'm saying? Like and start being like, oh, this person cannot do how I want.
so you
right,
saying
because that's gonna be trouble. In the
Exactly.
long
So
run.
these days, that's why I'm against. Okay, you have to try it first before.
so? All right, now
Get committed.
that comes with another question. So, as far as the marriage goes, is sex that important?
Yeah.
Is it a make or break deal?
It's up there.
It's up there. Because I hear a lot of people say that sex is not that important because once you get older, that's going to change or
That's
go away.
true. That is
and what do
very
you
true.
have?
But before you get older.
Right. right. While you're able to enjoy it, it is important. But that is a very true statement. It does change. The longer your relationship is, it does change. All kind of things change it, and that's true. So you have to have something going on other than just sex.
True.
So if it's just sex, then that may be a problem.
Okay.
If it's just sex, that may be a problem.
So Justo, it's my Cuban friend down in Miami.
Oh, jeez.
He said this is a privilege for being married. Shared bank accounts and authorized users on credit cards. That's only a marriage
Yeah,
privilege.
yeah.
So don't expect that. Now Dimitri says he says say nothing, do what you like. So there's no privileges. It's whatever you like. And then Lorraine says no airline passes for boyfriends, and boyfriends never get 100% mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, and something is always being held back. Right?
Okay.
Would you agree with that?
I don't know. I don't know.
Or to everybody's, I guess I guess
It depends. It depends
on
on that relationship.
how
It depends.
your one how you're raised, too,
Right,
What you
right.
what you saw,
Right.
and I think environment plays a lot in that as well, because if you see everybody else doing certain things, you think that's the
That's
norm.
how it's supposed to be. Right.
Right. It's like when you're in Nigeria, when they unlock the chastity belt
Oh,
at
yeah.
certain ages, right? Then
Funny,
little
funny.
things. Yeah. They still have those.
I don't even know how we gonna make it through. I just don't. I really don't. I mean, I can agree with the credit card, the
Yeah,
bank
true.
account.
Of
I can
course,
agree with all of those. And property. We talked about this
Oh,
too.
yeah, property,
I
yeah.
would not buy property with
Right.
someone I'm not
That is a disaster waiting to happen.
walking down the aisle with. You know.
But you know what? Here's one thing. That's a good or bad thing too, because if you have property with somebody, let's say you have all those things that you would have in a marriage,
Right.
but you don't get married, so you don't have to go through all those, the legal things, the expensive money and hiring a lawyer for this and
Why
that, and
don't you? You go fight for that property.
you can,
and
but
both
it's
of
not.
y'all gonna
It's
be-
not like where when you're married, they you're entitled differently.
That's
Whereas, like,
true.
say, like you and I, we bought some property. You paid half, I paid half. That's 50%.
Right.
Not like, oh, you make this much and we want to give her all of this, and you get me. So sometimes I think that's a benefit too, right?
I don't think I would do it.
You wouldn't do it? Would you do it? Yes, you would. you kidding? Okay. So now, I guess that we talked about husband-wife privileges. All right, now, I'm gonna throw some things out there. Washing your boyfriend's clothes.
I told you I hate laundry, so I don't wash anybody's clothes in my house.
But if you did,
yeah,
Well,
I probably
it'll be
would.
yeah,
I probably would because
like
it's
not
a
it's not like
trade-off.
but it's not like it's mandatory. You get what I'm saying? It's
Right.
something I
It's not
feel
what?
like mandatory.
I understood what she said.
I
You
did
know
too.
you
Just kidding,
did
don't
too.
mind me. So it's not like it's compulsory. If I want to do it,
Right.
it's not like you have to make me do it. It's not like
Right.
it's my job or my duty. You get what I'm
Right.
saying? I'm like, oh, okay.
so
well,
but you would do it because that's your boyfriend.
yeah, because
So then that's a privilege. It's not. We didn't say you, because even if you're married, it's not
Right,
mandatory.
right.
It's not.
true. Yeah.
Except in my household, it's mandatory. You do what I tell you.
Okay,
Yeah, right.
So-
hence why he's not married currently.
So would you say? Oh, all right. We said washing. How about cooking? Cooking dinner. Is it your responsibility?
So that's what you see. That's what I'm saying.
Well,
you
no,
know, I
not
talked
say
about
it's
this.
mandatory, but is it your responsibility
We
to
talked
make sure
about.
you're?
I told you this, and I said that how I was raised or what I know is while I'm dating or while committed or whatever, before walking down the aisle, I cannot move in with you.
Well, no. Even then, like, so the scenario was if you live in your apartment, he lives in his apartment.
Yeah.
Would you say the privilege is that knowing that the dude can't cook, he's eating oodles and noodles and all that type stuff, right?
Yikes.
Would you say the privilege that he would have as your boyfriend, that you would go over there knowing that you can cook to make sure that he gets fed?
I don't like cooking. Sorry. We're gonna stop together. But I'm kidding.
Guys, listen to this.
Okay, so the person that I am, I would cook for him.
Okay.
But it would be, hey, I made extra.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like some of
Not like
this?
I'm making it for you.
Right.
specifically.
Or I'm going to cook today. Come on down.
Okay,
So,
okay.
Or I'm
but that's just
over
who I
at your
am.
house. Okay, let's make something,
Something
to eat.
together.
Not like, well, if you can't cook, you can't cook. Sorry for you and your mom.
So I got through the moms.
Like,
Yeah.
like you just going to be hungry, dude. I ain't got
Exactly.
nothing for you.
Okay. So now that was the stuff that say we talked about what the boyfriend would get or not get. You're driving down the street. You get a flat. As your boyfriend, should he be obligated to come over and change your tire?
I would not say he would be obligated. I mean,
Would
that's what
you-
you
would
got
you ex-
triple A for.
You didn't have AAA? Would you expect him
It's
to
something
as
I
your
can call.
boyfriend?
I can call my friend. I can call you over, Ryan. You can come over to come help me. So it's a bonus. You get what I'm saying? It shouldn't be something.
But the boyfriend would have an issue with that. I think if you called somebody else and you didn't call him to do it.
Exactly.
So-
So it's like you can call anybody. So if I call you, it doesn't mean that's not. I don't think.
So
that's
if you
privilege.
called, let's say you had a boyfriend,
Mm-hmm.
and you called the boyfriend and said, hey, babe, my tire's flat, and the person, oh, what you gonna do about that?
I don't have a boyfriend like that. So
No, I'm saying, but if you did,
yeah,
right?
I think that kind of would be an issue
Exactly,
for me.
so-
I can't lie.
And that would be an issue. That means because he's your boyfriend, that's the privilege that you get as a girlfriend. So that's what I'm saying.
that's a privilege that any guy should do for any person.
No,
Yeah.
that ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
That is not going to happen.
That is
It's not
gonna
gonna.
happen.
That is
It's
not
not
going
gonna
to
happen.
happen.
And I can tell you this, honestly. All right, so
If I called you, wouldn't you come?
Absolutely,
But,
he will
Exactly,
come.
so
but that's
what I'm
me. But that's me.
saying,
Now I'm
so-
saying, like for me, I've never changed my own tire. Never. Right? I have
Me
AAA,
either.
whatever. But the only time I've changed tires was for somebody else.
Gotcha.
Right? Because and it's never. Of course, obviously, we're not going to change a tire for another dude. So, and so I wouldn't say that's a. You don't feel obligated, but if
It's a
if
privilege as a human being.
It's
not
a privilege as a-
necessarily
That's what I'm
as
saying.
your-
No,
That's-
I'm
that's
saying
your
as a
significant-
girlfriend, I would only feel, kind of entitled. Well, I don't say entitled, but I would feel obligated if she was a girlfriend. That's it. I do it because I'm there. I can help. Blah blah blah. But if I decided, nah, you know what, I got back pains. I gotta go to church.
You don't go to
whatever.
church. You don't go to
right
church.
at all.
But if it was a girlfriend, you would go out of your way to make sure that happens,
Okay.
right? So that is a privilege.
Okay.
Now,
So I don't have selfish friends. So that's the
so
point.
but if you was married,
Yeah, of course, it's a duty. Of course,
that's a
It would
duty,
do-
right?
yes.
So that is a privilege of being married.
Right.
But also I think most people would say if you had a boyfriend or girlfriend, if you had a boyfriend, the boyfriend would do it. Or if you had something crazy get in your house,
So
like
the
a bat.
difference is when you're married, it's ours. It's my car is your car. It's our car.
Okay.
You get what I'm
Okay.
saying? It's my if I'm stranded on the road.
It's about safety.
Exactly. You understand what I'm
Right.
saying? So it's ours. It's I'm under your protection. You understand what I'm saying? So that it should you won't think about it twice before doing it. You get what
Okay.
I'm saying?
So as
So-
as a boyfriend, put it both ways. You're are you? Is that a privilege for sex? Like if you and I are boyfriend and girlfriend, should that sex? So I should be able to expect sex.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So that is a boyfriend girlfriend privilege.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Okay.
And
And vice
a
versa.
committed, exclusive.
With
committed,
the exclusive tag.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something
okay.
like that.
So you hear that? Sex is a privilege for boyfriend and girlfriends. Lamb Chop said so.
Yeah, and I make all the rules.
All right, let's see. Now, this is the clinical part where they say privileges reserved for spouses can vary depending on the specific laws and customs of the country or region in question. Like you said, like Thelonious said. But some of the privileges they also included as far as spouses, actually spousal support. Totally got that.
Yeah.
Child support,
Oh,
alimony.
God forbid if you have to take care of your children.
Yeah. Inheritance rights, right?
Ooh.
That's a big one, right?
Wait a minute. Inheritance. What do you mean inheritance? Like
If you and I are married,
right.
and one of us pass away, you automatically
Okay, that
inherit
makes
that.
sense. I don't know why in my head when
Yeah.
you said inheritance, I'm like, wait a minute, if my mama died.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah, well, if
no,
we're married.
either way,
yeah.
if you're, I don't think a spouse is entitled to that.
Right,
That would go to you or, I guess,
or
your
my
sibling
children,
or your children.
or my
Right.
sibling.
Oh, but
right.
I saw a movie where they said that the girl inherited a piece of land,
Mhm.
and then she was going to share with her husband because it was while they were married.
She can
Right.
share, obviously, yeah, but but that's her choice instead of
No,
it's
like
legally bound.
like if she was to divorce him.
Right. If she was to divorce him, he doesn't have entitlements to that. Right. Um, Here's a big one: legal decision making.
Mm.
That's a privilege
Of us married.
For a husband
for
or
husband,
for both?
for both
For
husband,
both, okay.
but not for a boyfriend and girlfriend.
No.
Right,
Okay.
right. That's right.
And that's big. And
That is big.
I think that's one of the benefits to getting married. Whereas the inheritance rights, that's a benefit.
Right.
But what I think a lot of guys in particular that kind of deters them from getting married is that spousal support if things should go south. Right.
Right.
And obviously, I think the majority of men think that when they walk into court, the court is always slanted against them. Whether it's true or not,
Well,
I
that's a
can't say.
history thing.
Yeah,
That
well,
is
yeah,
a history
yeah,
thing because
yeah.
women didn't work and
Right.
husbands were out making the money and she didn't have anything.
Right. So let me ask you something. With that said, and we can do this. This is another podcast. That's a
Okay.
hot topic.
All right. All right.
Do you think the child support law should be changed
Based on
based on that? Like where back in the day when one spouse didn't work, obviously they were entitled to whatever. But if spouses worked, if both spouses worked, why should there be any child support?
Well, I think because when you go into it and you have children, you're working on those two incomes, not on your one income. So, I'm still not with
Okay.
that.
So-
These people who get divorced and said, I have to keep my children in the style that they are
Right,
accustomed
that's-
to.
that's what I'm talking about.
Like, I want my children fed well. I want my children to have an education. All of those things. It should not take $20,000 a month to make that happen.
Well, and that's the overhaul I was referring to.
Right.
Okay. So let's see. Tax benefits.
I don't see none of them right now. So
I don't exactly know. I know there's some benefits to being married when you file taxes, but I don't know exactly how that
Right.
works. I know that, that could be a plus and a minus because then you get into that argument about, well, we got this much taxes back. How we splitting them?
Oy.
And, I've been through that before.
Right,
And,
right.
and it was basically the thing is, well, we just go 50-50.
Right.
Until, things get complicated. We say, well, we need to do this. And she says, we need to do this. And, well, I'm going to do this with my half. No, this is for,
Yeah, usually if it's something for the house, we
Mm-hmm.
just make something for the house, like along those lines.
Okay. So now we did talk about those are only spouses. Now, today, modern times, this is 2024. Do you think those lines with all the different levels and the benefits and privileges are blurred?
Oh
Today.
yeah, because like I said, I didn't understand any of it. It all sounded like the same thing to me. So absolutely are blurred.
Blurred,
I think
okay.
they are. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's probably why we have this society now. Everybody's walking around confused.
Exactly. Everybody is.
So,
There's always
so we're gonna change the law.
Okay, wait a minute. So how do you unconfuse that though?
I think just somebody need because everybody just follows somebody and a celebrity needs to say it or
I get that.
maybe we can get Cat Williams
Oh.
get him to say something and people start following it but somebody needs to say hey listen and it starts with parents I guess how you raise your kids and then they can bring that up to the next generation say this is how it's supposed to be like it was back in the day like you said right so one of the things is for you guys who are listening I don't know how many there are but for listening to our podcast, we are going to start doing prizes. We said stupid prizes, so you never know what you're going to get. So don't expect much, but you might.
It's a
Luckily-
Forrest Gump. It's a Forrest Gump.
Exactly.
prize.
So now we need to figure out a way that whoever's listening to this can let us know they actually listen to it so they can get the prize. And there's always going to be a first come, first serve, right?
Okay.
We'll start big this time. We'll go with something big. And I say big, I mean big for my budget.
So that means $5. Everybody that's
Or less.
listening, you're gonna get a Happy Meal.
So we're gonna go with and this is a good thing. Like you like comedy shows?
Yeah,
You haven't been
absolutely.
to a comedy show, have you, Florence?
No.
We're gonna do that. We're gonna do
It's
that.
fun.
So
That's
we can go.
fun.
We're gonna talk about it afterwards, right?
Okay.
And there's nothing like when some Karen gets up there and gets roasted.
The only comedy show I want to go for is that guy. You know that guy, like,
Yeah, that guy.
yeah,
You
it's
know
vague. I
what?
know.
You get on my
We're
nerves.
talking about
The tall guy that does the Derek and the blind guy, blind
Oh,
Adam.
yeah.
That's the one I
Did you
want.
see him?
I like
Who?
that guy.
I don't know his name, but he has
Banks. His name is something Banks. Let me
he
see.
does he does the videos where the he plays a kid.
Jason Banks comedy.
Oh,
I love
he
that guy.
is a little kid, his
Oh.
son. And he
Yeah.
oh you gotta
Okay.
He's like
All
three
right, I'll look it
characters
up.
in
yeah.
one.
Who would you like to see?
I used to love Cat Williams.
Cat Williams.
I'm starting to have some problems. I'm starting to have some problems, but yeah, it doesn't matter to me. I'm
Yeah.
pretty okay.
So
I'm pretty
last comedy show,
easygoing.
actually I've only been to one professional comedy show, and we did it as a promotion for House of Odom, and we went to see Ari Spears.
Okay, I think he's funny.
He was
think he's
hilarious. Yeah. So what we're going to do is this time for everybody who's listening, we're going to give away 2 free tickets to a comedy show. We're going to, if you're in Baltimore, it'll be at the Baltimore Comedy Factory over there on the east side. If you're in DC, it'll be at the DC Improv, which I love. I love that place too. So actually, no, I've been to more than one comedy show. I'm sorry. So I've been to
Okay.
both sides.
All right, there you go.
Okay, but we'll do that. So to let us know that you've listened to this podcast, we're gonna have we should do a trivia.
Okay.
Like no, just like where the categories of.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Yeah.
see if we do that. What the categories?
categories that we-
okay, the
Yeah.
privileged, the
Yeah.
exclusive. If they were listening,
Oh,
they
they-
would
okay,
know.
okay.
You so special.
Okay, so if you guys out there, you can email us at Hot Topics with an X. That's HOTTOPIX podcast at gmail.com, or you can call 443-86. No, excuse me, 443. I've been giving out wrong phone numbers all. 443-680.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
2716. I'm starting to
Can you say that
think.
again?
I'm thinking it's 860.
Oh my god! Oh my
gosh.
goodness!
Just email us,
Email us.
everybody.
Email us 443.
Are you sure this time? You know.
I think it's 443-860-2716. If somebody who's Spanish answers the phone, that's not us. Okay, and I
Well,
apologize.
depending on what day of the week it is, it could be.
I apologize ahead of time for people. Okay, it is 860. Okay, so 443-860-2716. Leave a message, or you can text that. Okay.
Okay.
So we'll get it, and everything's timestamped. So that's why we do that. Or you can, again, the email was Hot Topics, HOTTOPIX podcast at gmail.com.
There you go.
So get it in there. Tell us the different levels that we spoke about, levels of relationships, and you'll win 2 free tickets to a comedy show. And it won't be anybody like Cat Williams, because you're not getting them $1,200 tickets.
Right?
Okay. So also, you can check us out on different podcast platforms. We have Spotify. I think most people use Spotify.
Yeah.
Spotify,
Yeah.
iHeartRadio, which I love, Amazon Music, Castbox, Deezer, Podcast Addict. You heard of that one?
No.
Me neither. But you can get it there. Podchaser, and it's one called Geo Savin.
Oh, you got
JIOSAAVN. If you do call us and you're listening on that particular platform, let us know how that's pronounced. Leave a message, because I would appreciate it. And we also have Facebook, Instagram, and what's the other one with the
Oh my god! Oh
the
my
Twitter?
god! The one
Not the
with
Twitter anymore.
X.
No, we don't do Twitter.
Okay, what?
Threads.
Oh my
Threads.
god!
Have you heard Threads?
No.
You never heard Threads? That's
That's Instagram.
That's Instagrams. So they did another type
Instagram's
of
Twitter.
Twitter, yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I like it, because I think a lot of people left that because when Elon Musk took over, the
They
invert
left. Yeah.
skyrocketed, and whatever. So you can look for us on Threads, Instagram, and Facebook. We have a page there. Again, you can leave us a message, email, and check out our next podcast.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good?
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you all for tuning in, and please share, because once we get 1 million followers, we're gonna have a big grand prize.
Oh my
I'm
God.
not gonna tell you what it is.
Like a Ferrari.
Yes, yes. I think if we got 1 million followers, we probably would be able to afford that.
Well, you're rich. He's a rich
So,
man.
yeah.
So
I'm just saying,
Not giving away
we
Ferrari.
could give away a Ferrari. Hot Wheels.
Oh, Legos.
All right, thank you guys for tuning in, and we are out.
Thank you.